Hey, what's up guys, and welcome to Anime King 2. And today I'm going to be giving you part 8 of Naruto, the god of shinobi. Get this one to 100 like as usual. Remember to share to all of your friends on your social media platform. Turn on that bell notifications they posted. And if you haven't yet, what are you waiting for? Go ahead and click that red subscribe button and join the Anime King family. I'll be leaving a link in the description for my main channel for you guys to enjoy over 400 lovely what ifs. So without further ado, let's get straight into it. Start the intro. You can change. You satisfy the rage in me. Take away my pain. You satisfy the rage in me. So to do a little bit of a recap, Naruto got the Rinnegan after the fox did something, and his Rinnegan was unlocked after Mikato experimented on him to give him the Sharingan. They wanted to rebuild the Uchiha clan, but Naruto far surpassed anything as he got the Rinnegan. Sasuke was told everything by his mother. Mikato told Sasuke everything about Itachi and why he should not hate him. Sasuke now understands that Itachi did this for him, as he now feels hurt in himself. He's been hunting his brother for so long now, and his brother do the right thing to protect him. Itachi and Kisame face off against Kakashi and the others, but they had to retreat after Pain called them and told them that the One Tail was captured. So yeah, this was basically the last part, but you guys can go ahead and check it out for yourself. So let's get straight in this new episode. Naruto tried to rip off the tag for Kurama. Minato appeared, and Naruto and Minato were having a heated talking conversation. Minato stood there as he couldn't believe this was happening. He never thought that his son would become someone like this. He thought that he would choose the right path. I didn't know what else to do, Minato said. I thought that this was the best situation to save the village. Naruto's anger increased after hearing that. Of course, all you care about is that damn village. Even putting it before your own flesh and blood. Minato sighed sadly. That is what it means to be Hokage. I am sorry for everything that happened, Naruto. I never wanted you to suffer like that. He then turned serious, taking his special 3-prong kunai out. But I won't allow you to destroy the village. Even if it kills my heart, I will stop you. Naruto just shook his head to think, you would really go this far? No, I shouldn't be surprised after everything you did. Minato said nothing. Alright, screw it, Naruto said. Dark Naruto suddenly appeared beside Naruto as Minato watched the two of them merge with each other. As the two of them combine, well then, I guess we better get started. Back with Kakashi and the retrieval team. Let's hurry, we are almost at the rendezvous point, said Kakashi. I cannot believe that the Akatsuki are moving so quickly, thought Kakashi. He then glanced at his team, more specific, Sakura. She had been silent ever since she woke up from the genjutsu. He wondered if she was angry for losing so easily. After all, it only took Itachi a mere glance and she was defeated. He shook his head. There is more important things to worry about now. As Sakura sighed quietly to herself as she hopped from tree to tree, she was angry at herself for her embarrassing defeat. She had trained so hard over the years, but it looked like nothing has changed. She still isn't strong enough just to be defeated by one glance. How am I ever going to bring back Naruto and Sasuke, she thought. as she kept on hopping from tree to tree. Meanwhile, Obito stood on top of the Uchiha hideout, staring up at the clouds. He could not believe how things have changed. Once upon a time, he was a Konoha shinobi, ready to give his life for the village's sake. But now, to think I used to be like that, he said, as he shook his head. His thoughts then drifted towards the only girl he ever loved. I cannot believe she's dead. But still, I guess this is the best way. There was no doubt that she would have probably sided with the village. Then he would have been forced to kill her, something he didn't have the heart to do. Back with Naruto, Minato grunted in pain as he hit the wall, as a crater was made. Naruto then vanished from his spot and reappeared in a black flash and kicked after Minato, but he blocked it as he used the three-prong kunai and vanished. Minato reappeared only for Naruto to appear in front of him. Naruto punched him, sending him flying back. What is this? Thought Minato. He is fast as me. But how? I never knew that he could be that fast. And he is not even using any type of seals. Kurama in his cage watched the fight, as he already knew what happened. When they merged, Dark Naruto abilities got transferred into Naruto as well, which means that Naruto can control the darkness right now. This should be very interesting. Which is faster, the darkness or the flash? Minato reappeared behind Naruto with a Rasengan in his hand. It's over, he thought sadly, as he appeared behind Naruto, ready to strike him down. Naruto suddenly vanished, as Minato heard a laughter behind him. Foolish old man, do you really think that you can defeat me? As Naruto charged up a dark Rasengan and slammed it in Minato's back, as he flied down to the ground and hit hard, as blood ran from his mouth. Naruto picked him up by the throat and he held him up, as Minato felt extreme pain as his windpipe was being crushed. I wish that I can make you feel more pain, because this is nothing compared to what I felt, Naruto said with a demonic voice full of hatred and anger, as Minato looked into his eyes to see nothing but pure darkness. Knowing that he had lost, a part of him was almost glad to know that his son was stronger than him at a such young age, but the other part was full of concern and worry to know how strong Naruto is, and know that he has the power to destroy Konoha. Suddenly, a bright light covered the room. Once it died down, they all looked where it came from. As Minato felt hope rise in him, he had forgot that he has also done this. As all of them looked over, Naruto just narrowed his eyes, as they then widened with shock, as he saw Kushina Uzumaki standing in front of him. With Mikato, she and Sasuke were walking through the hideout to try and find where Naruto was. Are you sure that he is not going to go against us? Asked Sasuke. Mikato sighed. Yeah, I am sure. He is not the same person that you once knew. He is now and fully dedicated to destroy Konoha. For the same reason. Sasuke froze at that. What do you mean? Mikato turned and faced him. His clan was betrayed by Konoha, Naruto's mother, and my best friend, Kushina Uzumaki, who arrived a few days after her homeland was raided and destroyed. And Konoha did nothing to help them, even though they and Konoha have an alliance, and they should help each other out. And Konoha knew about this, but they didn't do anything to stop it. But why would she come to the Leaf Village? Asked Sasuke. She had special chakra, even amongst the Uzumaki clan. Hence the reason she was chosen to be the next Jinchuriki for the Kyuubi. Sasuke's eyes widened when he heard this, but didn't say anything. Konoha figured that they could just recreate the clan in the village and they would get a powerful weapon as well. So in their situation, it was a win-win, said Mikato with anger. But Kushina didn't know this, so she became loyal to Konoha. And afterwards, she fell in love with Namikaze Minato. And they had Naruto. Sasuke's eyes widened when he heard this. To think that Naruto was the son of the Yondaime. That is as far as I am going to tell you. If you want to know more, ask Naruto, Mikato said. Sasuke nodded. But unknown to them, Yujito had heard everything. Stealth was her best skill, which is why she was the best assassin in all of Kumo. As her eyes was widened at the information she just heard, Yujito then became serious. The Raikage need to know about this. Back with Naruto, Naruto stood there as he couldn't believe what he was seeing. His grip loosened on Minato. As Minato fell to the ground, he was injured a lot. The only thing he could count on was that Kushina could make Naruto's anger disappear. Kushina's eyes suddenly opened as she looked around. The last thing she remembered was pleading to Minato to not seal the Kyuubi in their newborn son. Her eyes then opened, very wide. She needed to find her son, but where is he? She scanned the room to see the familiar face of Minato. She then saw someone next to him with red eyes, but she took in the details as she saw his blonde hair and the 3 whisker marks on his cheeks. Kushina was even more confused. What happened? And what is going on here? As she turned her attention to Naruto. As Naruto leaned down and picked up Minato by his throat again and held him as he kept squeezing with his tight grip. "Mom," said Naruto in a whispered tone as Minato was coughing up blood. "Is that really you?" Kushina nodded happily as she was glad to see her son. Then she remembered that Minato told her that he was going to seal her soul inside of Naruto to help him battle the Kyuubi. But it didn't seem like that was happening. Then why was she out here? She then took clearly notice at Minato and the state that he was in. "Just what the hell is going on?" she asked. "It's complicated," answered Naruto, as he was not sure what to say. "Kushina, I never thought that I would see you again," said Kurama with a grin. Kushina looked back as she saw the Kyuubi. "I want to know everything," she said as she turned and looked Naruto straight in the eyes. Meanwhile with Jiraiya, he looked serious at the information that he has just received. It seems like 2 other individuals have been asking about Naruto. At first he thought it was the Akatsuki, but he got the description. One of them was a female and one was a male. He didn't know of any females member in the Akatsuki, but that didn't mean that they were not any. But they were not wearing the standard Akatsuki uniform. He didn't get any faces as they were wearing black cloaks and didn't show their face as they had on hoodies. Jiraiya sighed as he ran hand through his hair as if things weren't bad enough already. Now there is someone else out here searching for Naruto. Back with Naruto, Kushina was in shock as she couldn't believe what she had just heard. She couldn't believe that the place she called home betrayed her, and not even her, her entire clan, and the life that her son had lived. Naruto just stared at his mother, even though he wanted nothing more than to just hug her. There was a chance that she might side with Konoha, and he would never let something like feelings stop him. He had never had those things in his entire life, and he didn't need it now. Minato was on the ground, his coughing brought them back to reality. But before Naruto could went over and finish him, a clone of darkness appeared as it went toward the seal and ripped it off. The mechanism turned clockwise and the gates opened. Kushina just looked on, No, said Minato weakly, while Kushina wasn't saying anything. Kurama grinned as he made his way out of the cage. Minato stared at him with fear in his eyes. Well, Kurama, you also wanted a piece of him. And the last thing Minato saw after Naruto threw him towards Kurama was big white teeth. Naruto then walked towards his mother and stopped right in front of her. As he looked down, so this is who I am. My goal is to destroy Konoha. I won't rest until everyone in that village is dead. So, what do you say, Mom? Are you going to join me? Naruto said as he extended a hand. Kushina looked at his hand as she stared at him. Konoha was my home. I thought I owed them for everything they did to me, but finding this out. She then looked at him straight in the eyes. Is this what you really want? To destroy the very people who you once called friends? Naruto nodded. He had already come to terms with that a long time ago. Kushina then took his hand. Then yes, I will join you. She smiled as Naruto smiled back. But it wasn't a fake one, it was one of those moments where he really did smile. As he and Kushina both shared a hug. Naruto, no matter what, remember that I love you more than anything else in this world. Back at the Leaf Village, these are the last of them, said Shizune as she brought a small stack of paper to Tsunade. Thank you, Shizune, Tsunade responded. As she scanned through a book that was currently in her hand, it looked old and worn out, because it was. If I may ask, Lady Tsunade, Shizune asks, what exactly are you doing? Tsunade sighed as she put the book down on the desk. What I am about to tell you is top secret. You are not allowed to tell anyone, understood? She said in a serious tone. Shizune nodded as she really saw her master like this. It must be very important. I discovered this accidentally. If it wasn't for Danzo sending his lackeys out, I would have never found this out, she said as she paused before she continued. Since it came clear that he still had the roots, I decided to look through Sensei's old files to see what he had on so I can finish that program. Shizune nodded, understanding so far. While looking through, I find this hidden in them. She picked the old book up. What is it? Asked Shizune. It is Sensei's diary, everything he kept record of. Shizune could see that she was sad. But why? Tsunade then sighed. Everything. Everything. Since the second Shinobi War, I don't know what it was doing inside of those old documents, but it doesn't matter. Tsunade shook her head. How could he have been so foolish? I should have known, she muttered to herself. Shizune was confused. Tsunade, what are you talking about? Tsunade looked at Shizune. It turns out that I was right. This place is really a hellhole. Back with Naruto. Naruto woke up to find both Uchihas staring down at him. Finally you're awake, dope, Sasuke said. Naruto mentally chuckled, the nickname bringing memories of when they were back on team. When did you get here? Naruto asked. Mikado decided to answer, about an hour ago. As she raised her eyebrow, what were you doing anyway? I know for a fact that you weren't sleeping, more like in deep concentration. Naruto didn't answer as he got up out of the bed. As he picked up his black shirt and put it on. He already had his black Anvu pants on. Oh, nothing. Just had to take care of some personal business, he said, as the both Uchihas looked at him curiously. Naruto didn't say anything else. He just walked out of the room, as the two Uchihas followed behind him. The truth is, after Kurama finished off Minato, and mother and son stopped their embrace, they decided to get to know each other, to make up for all the lost time. They were also trying to find a way to give energy to Kushina's soul once it ran out of chakra. The two lost track of time and would have continued if it wasn't for the interruption. So, said Mikato, what will our next move be? Sasuke stood quiet as he was wondering if his mother was right about Naruto. If he had really gone down the path to destroy Konoha. Naruto just glanced at her. For right now, I'm going to train my new eyes and Kurama's power. He mentally added, not saying it out. Oh, I didn't know that Mikato was here, said Kushina from within Naruto's mind. And she doesn't even look any older from the last time I saw her. Oh yeah, I gotta agree with you on that, said Dark Naruto. But then again, you're a real beauty as well. Kushina giggled. Why, thank you for the compliment. Wait, aren't you my son? She asked. Dark Naruto simply grinned. Kurama quietly grumbled to himself. Oh dear lord, now I will have to deal with this. Naruto shook his head at those mental thoughts. To know that his other self would see his mother like that, even though he was a darkness and everything hatred inside of him. But still, that was wrong. We need to talk, Naruto said to Dark Naruto. And what do you need to talk to me about? Later I will tell you. Dark Naruto just nodded, as he wanted to talk to Naruto about the same thing when the both of their power merged. They were so powerful. As Sasuke looked at Naruto, as he couldn't believe that he was the same person he once knew. But guys, I'm gonna be ending this episode right here. If you want to see the next part of this, you already know what to do. Like, subscribe, comment down below, and turn that bell notification stay posted. And I am going to be posting 2 What If on my main channel tonight. So make sure to stay in tune. And go ahead and click that red subscribe button and turn on that bell notification to stay posted, guys. And if you haven't yet, what are you waiting for? And enjoy the what ifs that are coming your way. But I'm all for now, guys. Peace.